Mr. Me wants me to go live again. So I'm going to go live. Well, what can I talk about? It's Friday, and I'm not spending $1 on anything. And that's the best kind of weekend you can have. And you know why? Because if you're not spending $1, that means you're keeping all your money in your pocket. I just checked my investments, and my investments actually went up today. Man, I was so proud of that shit. So, it's crazy. A lot of people want to spend their money on the weekends because they want to go out and have fun. I want to spend my money on my investments because I want to put money into my future. And that's what I'm looking for. This is crazy shit. But I'm going to tell you guys, just because it's Friday, you don't have to spend $1 on anything. You can save as much money as you want. You don't have to spend all your money just because it's Friday. I know a lot of people do. They want to go out, they want to go have fun. And that's all people want to do. They just want to go blow their money. They want to go have fun. They want to go drink. They want to go, to the club. That's a typical Friday night. That's what people do. But you don't have to because you're not going to waste your money. What's good? And that's what my channel is all about. It's just about saving you money and keeping money in your pocket. Because if you keep the money in your pocket, that's what you're going to do. Investing's really gonna do well. I actually had a coworker that I introduced stocks to. What's going on, Brazil? And when I introduced stocks to my coworker, it was a guy. He was so happy about it. He's gonna go check it out, and he's gonna see what's out there. And I'm glad for him. The only way that people know anything about stocks is for somebody who's already been into stocks, and they involve somebody else into stocks. Another conversation that we had is about credit cards. The guy was wondering, hey, if you have a credit card, do you use a credit card? Yeah, I can use a credit card, but I pay it off like before the due date. I do that because I don't want to spend any money extra to a bank. I mean, what's the purpose of making all these extra payments? You're just throwing the money away to the bank. So, if you want to stick with me, I can tell you, spending money is not how you get rich. It's never how you get rich. Spend your money wisely. Don't go out there buying stuff just because. There's a lot of temptation out there. Things will look great. Things will look dandy. You want to buy this, you want to buy that. You don't have to. That deal will probably be there the following week or the week after. And all you're doing, speak English of Brazil. I mean, that's what I've been doing, is speaking English. I apologize if my English is not clear. Yeah, just all you have to do is be very diligent with what you're spending. Because if you go out and you spend and you spend and you spend, you're always going to be broke. I guarantee you. I don't feel like what I want to go order out. I just want to order out. Okay, how much money did you spend? And how much money is coming out of your pocket? And how much money is going into the Uber Eats, DoorDash, all these companies that are making money off of you? That money, once it's gone, it's gone. You never get to see it again. So, I think that the reason that a lot of people end up becoming rich is because they're not spending money on things that they don't need. And if you want to buy something, make sure you get a good deal off of it. 50% off, 60% off, 20% off. Where other live? Me? Florida. United States. America, baby. That's where I live. So if anybody's ever gonna, discuss with me about what to do with your money, I plan exactly where every dollar goes. I jot everything down. I know exactly what I'm spending from the beginning of the month to the end of the month. And if I don't have enough money, I overspend. Nothing I can do about it. I just have to keep track of how much money I'm spending. How much money do you earn, and how much money are you spending? When do you get paid? How much money is coming out of that paycheck? If you be really careful and really diligent with how much your money you're spending, I guarantee you'll have an amazing idea of what you're supposed to do with your money. I can't even tell you guys what kind of freedom you'll have just because you're not spending your money. Don't let Social Security get into this. Don't let all these pension plans, I guarantee you that when the time comes that you don't have the money, you are going to wish you had the money. It's something you have to focus on when you're about to retire. If you spend it all now, you're not going to have anything left for later. I don't understand Portuguese. I do apologize. So if anybody's ever got any suggestions on what they do with their money or how they invest, or just simple ways of not spending money to survive. Believe it or not, and you see it on the news all the time, people are going to food banks, food pantries, whatever you want to call them, and they're just taking food home because why not? You can't afford groceries because of a bill. Go get free food. Because otherwise, you're going to be spending money that you don't need to be spending. Just telling you. So. I didn't really have anything planned, and I'm not really going to be staying on this thing for too long. But I wanted to just let you guys know that this is very important for your future. You need to take care of your finances because nobody else will. Nobody's out there watching you. Nobody's out there taking care of you. You are on your own. That's the way this world is. So, if you're not making a lot of money and you're just surviving, you're doing well. I guarantee. And don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise. The only people that are not doing well are the people that are not making money, or do not have a retirement, or do not have an investment, or do not have anything to fall back on. So, just be happy that you have a roof over your head. You have a car to transport yourself. You have a job. You have something that a lot of people don't have. You're going to be fine. Nobody out there has to be super, super rich. And I guarantee you, being super, super rich is not going to fix everything. Do not think that. If you have $1 million, I guarantee you will blow it. Everybody does. How many millionaires are out there? Not that many. How many people are actually putting money away to make sure they have a life for themselves? Not that many. You have to take care of yourself. If you don't, nobody else will. And I'm saying this for myself as well, because I'm trying to put money away into my investments. I am also trying to make sure that all the bills are paid. I do not make enough money to buy pizza. I do not make enough money to order Uber Eats. I do not make enough money to live the luxurious life. And that is because every dollar I earn belongs to a bill. There are bills that will get paid off, and there are bills that will stick with you for life. Rent, phones, electric bills. The only time that you will never have a bill is if you do not own anything. No car, no cell phone, no electricity, no water. No nothing. No Wi-Fi. You have to have absolutely nothing to have no bills. But this entire world is run on Wi-Fi, electricity, water, cars, a roof over your head. You do not have this stuff, you are not going to survive. That's why you have to have a job. You have to pay your bills. Everything that we do in this life revolves around bills. There's nothing we can do about it. So, survive the way you want to survive. Understand that if you have a job, you are doing just fine. Anybody who wants to be a millionaire or a billionaire, please put $100 away every time you get a paycheck. And do not touch it. Ever. Because the minute you put it away and then you use it to pay a bill, it's gone. And guess what? You're starting all over again. This is real. This is real. This is how money works in this economy. Everybody is trying to save, and the minute they want to save, they have to pay a bill. And guess what? Where's the money coming from? From their savings. It's absolutely absurd. I have a friend of mine who wants me to go buy a laptop. How the hell am I supposed to buy a laptop if all my money goes to rent, my car payment, my car insurance, every other bill I can think of, cell phone? I can tell you right now, the rent takes up 50% of my pay. And the rest of it goes to bills. And what am I left with? 75 cents in my bank account. What can I do about that? Nothing. It's the same routine every month. And it'll always be that way until I get a pay raise, or something happens, or I sell cans, or I sell something that I don't need anymore. You see where I'm going with this? You have to think of ways to make extra money. You cannot just survive off of a paycheck. And I've learned that through my own videos and watching stuff, is that the reason people have jobs is to survive, not to make money, not to invest, not to better their future. Having a job is sustainable for your bills, to just live. That's it. You are lucky if you can put $2 into an investment. If you cannot, you're surviving. Only surviving. How much money do you make? How much money do you spend? What are you doing with your money? Use coupons. Stop spending on stuff you don't need. Make sure your essentials are taken care of so you can live. I can barely afford a freaking haircut. That's something that I need, right? Everybody needs a haircut. Can't afford it. Why? All my money goes to rent, truck insurance. That's mine, and my cell phone bill. And I got 2 credit cards. Oh yeah, I gotta pay that crap off. What can I say? This is why money is so important. This is why you have to write everything down. This is why you have to know exactly how much money you earn and how much money you're spending. Because you can get into a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. Just focus on how much money you have. And maybe one day, just maybe, one day, you might retire with a lot more money in your account. When's that going to happen? Who knows? Who knows? But you work on it, and you work on it, and you work on it until it happens. I don't know. I can't tell because I don't have anything to survive on right now. I shouldn't say that. I'm able to survive. Survive is the word. I'm not able to invest. Investing is what I want to do. I want to invest. I want to have money when I retire. And investing with your own job isn't enough. You need to have your own investment. Something of yours that you can have forever. I want to live off dividends. Thousands of dollars of dividends. How is that going to happen? I don't know. We'll find out one day. Guys, I got to get off this. I'm going into a tangent. I don't even know how many people are watching. But I appreciate the ones who are watching. I appreciate the ones who are subscribing. I'll have something ready next time. Guys, have a wonderful evening.